This is Doug Payne welcoming you back to our second update for Harry, or Quiberon. This would be about the third week in November. We're probably a week into our breaking and starting process, and this is the first time venturing out of the arena. I do always try to make sure that the breaks work really well. So once he's settled, we do teach him from day one, sort of tap him on the shoulder and reach around and get a treat. And I use that trick also getting on. It's really, really nice when he started to lay over them. And whenever you go to tap, they're instantly going to look back for a treat. It's a really great way to make sure that they stay still and they don't turn away, and they're just super happy to have you always there. And in the end, if you can have a happy, confident partner, it's going to make your life tremendously easier. So this is about 3 weeks in, or maybe a month after that first video, and he at this point does walk, trot, canter, and also jumps probably about what you see there set up, probably 18 inches or whatever that might be. He is a very elastic, easygoing, supple, naturally supple horse, and probably one of the best young horses that we've been lucky enough to work with. He does, as you can see there, he'll play around and does get a little high behind on occasion, and when that happens, I try and just to stay back and push him forward out of it. We'll see here in a second one of the early jumping videos. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the stuff super early on, but you'll see this coming here is just one of the first ones that we're jumping at home. Great form, super up front. He's absolutely awesome. And this is our very first show, so we're probably, second week in January. And basically the goal is to complete the course, I think, at this stage in the game. And he would have already seen a little bit of cross country and been to a couple different venues, but this being the first show, you just never quite know what to expect. You're just hoping to stay on at the end of it all. But Harry's attitude is awesome. So he obviously looks at the first and try not to get bucked off, but then from there he kind of gets on a roll. There's a couple fences, as you can see there, that he still does start to take a look, but I try to basically guide him, keep him as straight as I can, and let him figure out his feet. And frankly, if he has a couple rails, I'm just not fazed in the least. But if you do point him at a jump, the most important thing at this stage is that they learn that getting to the other side is really the only option, and their best bet then is to figure out how to go and make that work as well as they can figure out. And as you can see here, as the course goes on, he starts to get better and better, smoother and smoother, and starts to jump more confidently, just as if he was jumping at home. And we went, this is at Highfields in Aiken, so we're here he did probably 2 rounds the first day. I think the first combination here, that's all right, we had just a rail in the end. This video is taken the next morning, so this would be his third round of his life. But a lot of times what we find is that it's great to have the opportunity, if you have the opportunity, it's great to go back right on the next day, because they'll assimilate a whole lot of stuff that they learned the first day, and second day come out a whole lot more confident and grown up. And I think you can see here, first jump far better than our first jump the first day, and now really from jump 2 he's kind of locked in a again, great balance, good rhythm. And this is the biggest key element, is that especially when they're young, of course you want to do well, but really my gauge of success is that they're going in a super quiet, confident way in a tempo that is as unchanged as we can manage, and so that they just become more confident through the experience. And I think he wrapped up the weekend here in great form. He's since done a couple of cross-country schools, and we are getting ready for this coming Friday for his very first event. He's going to do the beginner novice at Paradise. And we'll be sure to post a whole bunch of video clips and behind-the-scenes stuff on primarily probably on Instagram. It's at Equestrian, or also on Facebook. And you'll get that real time, and we'll also then have an in-depth video posted probably within a week or 2 afterwards, sort of going through both Harry and Hannah's first events. So we'll check back soon.